Um, I want to talk about a few things. Number one, when it comes to people, like for example, say like I'm down on my luck, right? You know, like say like I recently lost my job and I'm down on my luck. And throughout my time of me having a job, I never talked about anybody. I never ridiculed nobody. I never put people down and all that stuff because everybody has their own journey. And I respected that. But once I was down on my luck, that's when people started to ridicule me. That's when people started talking behind my back, saying a lot of discouraging things, saying a lot of backstabbing things, and all the while, I just kept my head down and I would just focus, in doing what I was supposed to do. But that just lets me know that, people really ain't shit. And that's why I normally just stay by myself. So you don't have to say nothing to nobody, but people would find a way to ridicule you to the point that other people would never ever talk to you or even try to hang out with you. But that's a good thing, though. That's a given because I realize that most people ain't no good anyway, so they might as well just stay where the fuck they at. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and number two, never bite the hand that feeds you. When it comes to dealing with business, when it comes to dealing with people that actually helped you out, genuinely just helped you out, never bite the hand that feeds you because you never know. You might need that hand again in the long run. Because I've seen so many cases where people who bit the hand that fed them, and they wonder why their hand is gone, and they wonder why the people who backed them up years before is not there anymore. You can't just disrespect a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can't just disrespect a giving motherfucker. That's why a lot of people who like to give don't give anymore because they already got burned by the people who they helped out years prior. And the people that like to bite the hand that feeds them, that let you know that those motherfuckers are full of shit and they ain't shit and they will never be shit. Because how in the hell you want to disrespect the person that helped you out in the first place, that actually believed in you, but you want to bite the hand that feeds you anyway? But hey, it is what it is, man. It just lets me know that, most people are just full of shit, and that's another reason why I stay to myself. And one last thing, I want to talk about Vince McMahon. His whole situation about him being sued by this female. But here's the thing, though, man. The female that's suing him, like she's suing him because she was improperly compensated. Like she didn't receive all her money, and now she's trying to act like she's the victim. I'm like, number one, she's not the victim because number one, she agreed on contract to be whatever Vince wanted her to be. So now she want to play the victim. No, you're not a victim. Number one, she's not a victim because she agreed to the terms and the stipulations from Vince McMahon. But number two, Vince McMahon should pay her because it's on the contract. He should pay her. So he better give up that money. And also, Vince McMahon and the company itself, WWF, aka WWE, has a long history of sexual charges, not just with adults, but also children around, like young males around the age of 12 and 13. People like Terry Garvin and all those other guys, that were investigated because of, child sex abuse charges. And that's very bad. And those child sex abuse charges has been dated back since the 90s. I mean, you had shows like Phil Donahue and Geraldo Rivera. They actually made episodes, made an episode of a highlight episode of Vince McMahon and his company being charged with child sex abuse. And that's very sad. And that's very disturbing. You know what? In my honest opinion, it's not just the boss. Of course, the boss is the main culprit. The boss and his followers, they're the main culprits of this. They're wrong for this. But you know who's also wrong too? The consumers, the people who buy into these products. Like if you know that, like if you have significant evidence to know and prove that Vince McMahon is a dirty motherfucker, why buy into why buy his products? Because the information was out there back in the 90s. I mean, they made episodes about Vince McMahon and child sex abuse claims. Well, okay, I give the benefit of a doubt. Okay, I will give the benefit of a doubt, a slim benefit of a doubt. Maybe the people didn't believe that Vince McMahon would do such a thing, which I understand. But at the same time, later on, a lot of those claims came out to be true. Like later on throughout the year, some of those claims came out to be true. And to this day, many people are still supporting the WWF, aka the WWE now. They still supporting them. So, like I said before, I still put the blame on the consumers. But the main blame is Vince McMahon and his subordinates. But also the co-blame is also the consumers. I said they should have never, they should have stopped. They should have stopped buying Vince McMahon's products. I said, to let the company know that they're against those child sex abuse charges. Let them know that they're not with that shit. To let Vince McMahon, I said, to basically give Vince McMahon a message, saying that we're not with this whole child sex abuse thing, But going back to that female, she's not a victim, and she's looking for her money, which she should get her money because she signed the contract, and Vince McMahon has to uphold that contract, so he needs to pay up that money. But overall, she's not a damn victim. Oh, and also when it comes to Vince McMahon, in my honest opinion, Vince McMahon don't want to pay up that money. He kind of found out. It like I heard that Vince McMahon have to pay her at least like maybe a little bit over $2 million. Now $2 million should not be nothing towards Vince McMahon. In my honest opinion, they say that Vince McMahon is a billionaire. Well, I have to disagree. I don't think Vince McMahon is not a billionaire. I don't think he is a billionaire, because if he was a true billionaire, $2 million, or should I say $2.5 million, should be nothing to him. He should have paid that girl off. What's up with all these? I'm gonna be real with you, man. These so-called multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires, man. Why don't you pay what people earn? That's my problem. See, that's what grinds my gears when it comes to people like Vince McMahon, who are so-called billionaires and multi-millionaires. Pay the people what they owe. I said, don't bullshit. I said, don't just try to be slick and not pay these people money. Pay up the money. I'm saying? If you're a true billionaire or a true multi-millionaire, $1 million should not be nothing to you. $1 million. The reason why I say a couple of $1 million ain't nothing to you, because if you're a true money maker, if you're a true multi-millionaire or a billionaire, you can easily recoup that. In a couple of months or maybe a few weeks. You can easily recoup that money. So, people like Vince McMahon should pay people for what they earn. Don't just skip out on the pay. Don't just try to be slick and not pay these motherfuckers, man. It's like, listen, people like Vince McMahon needs to be taken down, because they found, it's like, what kind of confuses me is the contracts. The contract signings. I understand that you have to read the fine print and you need a lawyer. But even with the lawyer, and even if you signed the contract or looked at the fine print, and if you do have a lawyer, somehow people like Vince McMahon can hire big time lawyers, and they will find mysterious loopholes within the contract, so in that way they don't have to pay up any money. See, I don't understand that. I don't understand that concept. It's like, okay, The fine print is in the contract, and you read it. And if the contract is legit, of course you're going to sign it. But then you have motherfuckers like Vince McMahon that's still not going to pay you, and they wonder why they get sent to court. It's like your paperwork, like you went through it with your lawyer, and the lawyer says that your lawyer says that, you know, the paperwork is legit. Go ahead and sign it. Everything's all good. You're going to get your money in the back end. But eventually your money does not come in the back end. And you wonder why Vince McMahon is withholding your money. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The contract is legit with the lawyer, but you still don't want to pay up their money. And they wonder why Vince McMahon has so many court cases. People like Vince McMahon has so many damn court cases. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And the motherfucker needs to pay up that money. But that's all I got to say about that, man. You know, that's all I got to say. You know, but overall, you know, throughout my life, you know, not all people, but I realize most people that I've came across to, man, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers ain't shit. So that's why I normally just stay to myself. I be to myself, stay to myself, and I trust no one. And for the record, forced isolation is real because I was forced to be alone. Even though I never did anything to nobody, I was just minding my own business. You know, did I try to fit in? I mean, kind of, sort of, but I was just trying to be social. But I realized people didn't want to be, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like they didn't want to be bothered with me. Maybe it's because of my aura. Maybe it's because of how I carry myself. And I'm going to be real with you, what I heard from many people, that people say I carry myself as a person who has common sense. I carry myself as a person who know, you know, like an intelligent human being. You know what I'm saying? Like how can I put this? They say that I carry myself as an intelligent young man. That's what most people, when people see me out in the street, they look at me like I'm an intelligent young man or a person that has common sense for the most part. You know, but other than that, man, you know, forced isolation is real, you know, because I've dealt with it with most of my life. But I kind of view it as a blessing in disguise because when I was out there trying to make friends, or when I did have friends, I realized those same motherfuckers did me wrong anyway. Those same motherfuckers, you know, they backstabbed me. They really did backstab me, so, you know, it just is what it is. It was just a lesson learned to let me know that I need to just stay to myself for the rest of my life. Yeah, but that's all I gotta say about that, man. You know, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, man. So thank you so much, and have a good day.